Quick question. How many times have you said, "I'll start tomorrow"? Be honest. We've all done it. Maybe it's that big project, hitting the gym, or even something simple like cleaning out your closet. But somehow, tomorrow never comes, right? Well, here's the truth. Procrastination is a sneaky thief. It steals your time, your confidence, and, most importantly, your potential. Not anymore. Today, we're kicking off a 7-day challenge to beat procrastination once and for all. Not with fluffy advice, but with real, practical steps you can take every single day. Because by day 7, you'll feel unstoppable. And trust me, you don't want to miss the game-changing hack I'm sharing at the end. It's a complete mindset shift, and it'll blow your mind. Day 1. Identify the real enemy. Awareness is key. Before we can beat procrastination, we have to understand what's really causing it. Here's the deal. Procrastination isn't about laziness. It's about fear, overwhelm, or even perfectionism. Yep, that's right. Sometimes you're not putting things off because you're lazy. You're doing it because you're scared it won't be perfect, or because you don't know where to start. Wait, did I just call you out? Don't worry, I'm calling myself out too. I used to think I was the king of laziness, but it turned out I was just terrified of starting big projects. Action step for day 1. Write it down. Here's what you're going to do today. Grab a notebook or open the Notes app on your phone and write down 3 things you've been procrastinating on. Just 3. Then, next to each one, write why you've been putting it off. Is it fear, overwhelm, lack of clarity? Be honest. I remember one time I put off writing an important email for weeks. Why? Because I was scared the recipient wouldn't respond the way I wanted. When I finally wrote it, it took me 5 minutes. Tomorrow, we're going to take one of those tasks and make it so simple you can't help but start. Get ready. It's going to feel like magic. Day 2. The 5-minute rule. Momentum over motivation. Yesterday, you identified your top procrastination triggers. Today, we're tackling them head-on with one of my favorite hacks, the 5-minute rule. Here's the idea. When you're staring at a task that feels overwhelming, don't commit to finishing it. Just commit to starting it for 5 minutes. Procrastination thrives on the idea that a task is huge and impossible. When you tell yourself, "I'm only doing this for 5 minutes," your brain relaxes. Example, let's say you've been putting off organizing your closet. Instead of saying, "I have to organize everything," say, "I'll spend 5 minutes folding a few shirts." Once you start, you'll often keep going. It's like when you open a bag of chips and think, "I'll just have one." Next thing you know, the bag's empty. Momentum is powerful, my friend. Action step for day 2. Pick one task. Take one task from your day 1 list and set a timer for 5 minutes. Start it. That's it. I once used this trick to tackle a 50-page report I'd been avoiding. I told myself I'd just read the first page. Guess what? 3 hours later, it was done. Tomorrow, we're going to supercharge this momentum with a strategy that'll make even the hardest tasks feel manageable. Don't miss it. Day 3, break it down. The chunking method. Welcome to day 3. By now, you're starting to see that procrastination isn't about the task, it's about how we perceive it. Big tasks feel impossible, so today, we're going to break them into bite-sized pieces using the chunking method. Chunking is simple. Instead of thinking of a task as one giant thing, break it into smaller, specific steps. Example, let's say your task is write a research paper. That's overwhelming, but if you chunk it down, it becomes 1. Choose a topic. 2. Write an outline. 3. Research for 30 minutes. 4. Write the introduction. See how much easier that feels? Action step for day 3. Chunk one task. Take the next task on your list and break it into chunks. Write them down. Then, complete just the first chunk today. And if the first chunk is literally, get out of bed, hey, we're still making progress. Tomorrow, on day 4, we'll tackle one of the biggest procrastination triggers of all, distractions. Trust me, you're not ready for this one. Day 4, crush distractions. Focus, like a laser. Day 4 is here, and it's a big one. Let's talk about distractions. Because let's be honest, how many times have you started a task only to get sucked into Instagram, TikTok, or that random YouTube rabbit hole. Why distractions are killing your focus. Distractions don't just steal your time, they steal your momentum. Every time you switch from a task to your phone, your brain has to refocus. That takes energy. Action step for day 4. Eliminate distractions. 1. Create a distraction-free zone. Turn off notifications. Put your phone in another room. Use apps like Focus or Forest to block distractions. 2. Use the Pomodoro technique. Work for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. This keeps your brain fresh and focused. And no, scrolling TikTok doesn't count as a break, unless your break goal is to learn 37 new dances. Tomorrow, on day 5, we're diving into the mental side of procrastination, self-doubt. I'll show you how to shut it down for good. Day 5, conquer self-doubt. Become your own cheerleader. And it's time to tackle one of the sneakiest procrastination triggers, self-doubt. Why self-doubt leads to procrastination. Here's the cycle. You doubt your ability to do something, so you put it off. Then, when you don't do it, your confidence drops even more. It's a vicious loop. Example, I used to avoid public speaking because I thought I'd mess up, but every time I avoided it, my fear grew. Action step for day 5. Reframe your thoughts. Instead of thinking, I can't do this, try, what's one small thing I can do to get started? When I finally agreed to give a short speech, I focused on just writing the opening. Once I nailed that, the rest fell into place. Tomorrow, on day 6, we're going to build unstoppable momentum. You're so close. Don't stop now. Day 6. Build unstoppable momentum. By now, you've tackled procrastination head-on. Today, we're focusing on building momentum so that you never lose this progress. Why momentum is everything. Momentum is like a snowball rolling downhill. Once you get going, it's hard to stop. But the key is to keep that first push going. Action step for day 6. Plan tomorrow. Today, at the end of each day, write down your top 3 priorities for tomorrow. That way, when you wake up, you know exactly what to focus on. I started doing this last year, and it's like giving my brain a head start. No more mornings spent wondering, what should I do first? Tomorrow is the final day, and we're ending with the ultimate mindset shift. This one will change how you see procrastination forever. Day 7. Embrace the new you. Day 7 is here. Congratulations, you've made it through the challenge. But here's the thing. Today isn't the end. It's the beginning of a new way of thinking. The ultimate mindset shift. Procrastination isn't your enemy. It's a signal. It's your brain's way of saying, hey, something about this task feels scary or overwhelming. Instead of avoiding that signal, lean into it. Ask yourself, what's really holding me back? When you face it head-on, procrastination loses its power. Action step for day 7. Reflect and celebrate. Take 10 minutes today to reflect on what you've accomplished. Write down what worked, what surprised you, and how you feel now compared to day 1. And yes, treating yourself to your favorite snack counts as a celebration. You earned it. You did it. 7 days, 7 steps, and a completely new approach to procrastination. But remember, this isn't just a one-time challenge. It's a foundation for lifelong productivity. If you're ready to level up even more, check out my video on Dark Psychology Secrets. Control your emotions like a pro. It's the perfect next step to mastering your mind and staying in control. Hit like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. Which day of the challenge made the biggest difference for you? Let's keep this conversation going.